at salvationarmyaugusta.org. The Live 5 for 6 mobile app. Download it today. Meteorologist Jenna Petracci, weather coverage you can count on.
Sunday morning rain is already falling. I'll have all the details on what you can expect on this stormy Sunday coming up.
Now on Good Morning Augusta. It's the final day of Arts in the Heart. We'll take you to downtown Augusta. Plus, the local fraternity pushes the importance of voting. And later, the border bash between the Bulldogs and Gamecocks. We'll take you to Athens as your number one source for local weekend morning news starts right now.
Live from Television Park, this is Good Morning Augusta on WJBF News Channel 6.
Well, good morning, sunshine. Thanks for joining us. It's great to see you. I'm Sean Cabbage-Stock. Coverage you can count on begins with a rainy start to the morning. Meteorologist Sherry Sheely joins us now to let us know how long it's going to last. Good morning, Sherry.
Good morning, Sean, and good morning to you. So, yes, you are waking up to some rain, possibly even some rumbles of thunder, all that good stuff that makes the coffee taste just a little bit better, at least in my opinion. But looking at our live 5 for 6, we've got this swath of rain moving through the northern part of the CSRA and starting to clip into the southern CSRA area as well. Let's zoom into that. So Edgefield County, you've got some rain coming just north of Swainsboro and into Wrightsville. Some heavier downpours coming into you. So let's look at the Terry Lambert Skyview cam. We've got some rain falling here in Augusta. You can see Washington Road is wet. Got a little rain there with the trees blowing, so definitely take it easy if you're hitting the roads. Temperature-wise, on the cooler side, 68 here in Augusta, 68 in Aiken, 70 in Sandersville, 66 up in Saluda. Winds, nothing to worry about right now. They're nice and calm. Looks like the highest winds we have right now are in Swainsboro at 6 miles per hour. So your praise planner for this morning, definitely going to need that rain gear handy if you head out to Sunday morning services. We're looking at 66 degrees, so a little on the cooler side, but also a chance of rain and also storms throughout the morning and the early afternoon. But the good news is it'll stay nice and cool. Today's high, we're looking at 79 degrees, but showers and storms persisting throughout much of the day. So I'll have all the details on the timing of the rain and the storms moving through today. But the good news is we have a nice dry stretch coming in to start the new week. I'll have all the details coming up in your full forecast. Back to you, Sean.
All right, sounds good, Sherry. Thank you. New today, one person injured following a shooting here in Augusta. The sheriff's office responded to the 400th block of East Boundary Street Saturday night. A male was found shot once. He was taken to the hospital. No word on his condition today. Here's a heads up if you live in Sardis. The good folks over at the Burke County Emergency Management will test fire hydrants over the next several days. It may cause some discoloration of the water. Just call City Hall if you run into any issues. Today is the final day of one of Richmond County's major festivals. Arts in the Heart celebrates all things art, including music and food. Rhea Smith spoke with artists and people who attended day 2 of the event.
This is our second time. We really love Augusta. It's a beautiful main street here, and we're from Charleston, South Carolina, so it's not too far from us. But yeah, it's just a beautiful experience, a lot of great people, good vibes, great food, and good art.
This is my third time, and I was just here in 2021, and I was blessed to win third place.
David Anderson is showcasing his work at Arts in the Heart. He says the creation is about more than just an image on an object.
Like they say, a picture's worth 1,000 words, and nowadays with all of this book banning and all of that kind of stuff, you know, you put the words into a picture, how can they deny people looking at the picture and reading it? So anything I do, it has to have a story behind it.
Anderson's story behind his work comes from his grandmother's push for a better life.
She was back in Arkansas picking cotton, and she needed a new pair of church shoes. So she was pregnant with my aunt, and she had to pick cotton an extra month and a half to save $2.50 to buy some church shoes.
And it's the art that people like Anderson and Jason Weatherspoon create that keep visitors coming back each year.
We try to come every year. It's a great event where everybody can come together down in Augusta. It's like a melting pot of a lot of things and food and traditions that you don't get every day. So it's just a wonderful time, and it's a great day to be out here, and we're just enjoying the festivities.
Weatherspoon tells me Arts in the Heart is a great way to showcase every aspect of art, no matter what form.
We decided to elevate digital into the fine art realm. And so we have all of our own equipment. We do all of our own printing. We stretch everything. I make all the frames. We even do these nice panels, which I cut out of maple.
The art downtown still travels far distances once the festival is all said and done. But many artists get their recognition in the heart of the Garden City on Broad. In Augusta, Bria Smith, WJBF, News Channel 6.
All right, Bria, thank you. A local organization working to prevent suicide here at the CSRA. Today, the Augusta Out of the Darkness Walk will take place. It's hosted by the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. It starts at the Pilton King Park Frankie Pavilion at 9 o'clock for check-ins rather. The walk starts at 10. There will also be a memory board if you would like to bring a photo of loved ones. There will be several vendor resource tables for walkers to visit as well. The walk will take place, rain or shine. Ahead of the November general election here in Augusta, one local fraternity is trying to spread the word about the importance of voting. The Epsilon Gamma Sigma chapter of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated was out in full force at Greater Augusta's Interfaith Coalition recently. In addition to helping the community register to vote, the group gave away food to those who needed it the most. The campaign going on for several weeks now.
Part of our motto is culture for service, service for humanity. So what are we doing is we're giving back to the community. We'd rather be a part of the community rather than apart from the community. So a part of that is just doing what we can do to the community by providing services and just letting them know that, we care.
The group will be back at the Greater Augusta's Interfaith Coalition on September 23rd and 30th from 10 until 2. A local church is giving back today. Aiken Ebenezer Nazarene will host this Water to Way event. It's from 8:30 to 10:30. Free showers and clothing will be available. The church is located at 1031 Richland Avenue West in Aiken. Business leaders are rallying to create a new greenhouse economy in Georgia to combat climate change. They say that starts with funding career programs in underserved areas. Our Atlanta Bureau Chief Archer Shashadri explained. Business leaders are rallying to create a new greenhouse economy in Georgia to combat climate change. They say that starts with funding career programs in underserved areas. Our Atlanta Bureau Chief Archer Shashadri explains.
Economic experts say climate change requires new skills for Georgians to understand technologies in the energy sector, things like solar, offshore wind, hydrogen, energy storage, and electric vehicles.
So right now we need more workforce training because these jobs obviously need upskilling and new skills. So Southbase, we've done like 5,600 trainings since 2014, working with the Technical College Network of Georgia, working with high schools.
EV is already booming in the Peach State with the Kia and Hyundai manufacturing plants and with several companies expanding their battery manufacturing presence.
We were talking about Kia's success. They've manufactured over 4 million vehicles in the state of Georgia in their West Point plant. So there are lots of economic opportunities. There's about $23 billion in investment coming to the state in these investments.
Experts call the Southeast the battery belt, including right here in Georgia. They say that more than 80% of people who own electric vehicles have a charging station where they charge at home, and they say part of the improvement is to add more charging stations like this around Georgia to make sure that the Peach State is ready for EV.
Improving the policies around making it easy to permit, easy to use EVs, easy to build out the charging networks. So, there are a number of things our elected officials are doing and can do more of.
Economic experts say the Peach State has 22 new clean energy projects with more than $18 billion already invested and leading to around 16,000 clean energy jobs. Reporting in Atlanta, Archit Seshadri, Atlanta Bureau Chief.
All right, Archer, thank you. Negotiations resumed this weekend between the United Auto Workers and the three big U.S. automakers. Nearly 13,000 UAW members are on strike. demanding higher wages, among other things. President Joe Biden is trying to turbocharge the market for electric vehicles to help reduce the greenhouse gas emissions. Some workers fear the transition will cost jobs because EVs require fewer people to assemble. Though there will be new opportunities in the production of high-capacity batteries, there's no guarantee those factories will be unionized. Love has its own way of finding us, even in the most unlikely places. Two seniors know that firsthand. Their story in 3 minutes.
Child traffic.
Music can be a source of expression, art, and more. For one couple, it's a lot more than that. Music therapy is what brings them together at 101 and 96 years old. Elena Holland brings us their incredible story of love.
Oh, what a beautiful morning.
Friday mornings.
Oh, what a beautiful day.
In a small room.
I've got a beautiful feeling.
In a senior living home.
Everything's going my way.
Are Cyrus and Jerry McNinch's favorite part of the week.
As long as we're together.
Doesn't matter at all.
You got it.
Jerry and Cy live in separate apartments in assisted living and memory care, but they meet up every week.
I love you. I know I love you too.
To sing their love.
Bye, bye. That's you, Cy. Sigh.
They met about 31 years ago.
Well, that's all very, very interesting.
Both of their spouses had passed away, and they each signed up for a senior's trip to Costa Rica.
I met Cy when we were registering.
The next day hiking.
I fell off the trail. You know, it was a high trail in the woods, and he pulled me back on.
The trip came to an end.
He went one way and I went the other, and I thought, well, I'll probably never see him again.
Until she came home to a phone call.
And it was Cy, and he said, and all I want to do is come to see you.
A few hours later, there he was at her door.
I said, you didn't even ask how to get here. He said, I will always find you.
Now they share their feelings through song.
He knows that song, some of those songs inside and out, and even though he can't maybe carry on a full conversation, he can sing that entire song and has in many of our sessions, and how meaningful for his wife to be able to hear those words from him.
Not for just a year, but
always.
We love you always.
After all these years, and then some.
And he will look at me and say, aren't we lucky? And I'll say, yes, we are.
It's a rainy start to the morning. Sherry has a check of our forecast coming up next.
Weather headlines on News Channel 6, brought to you by Jandy Casino Injury Attorneys.
These dancing stars.
And a 2023 Ram Bighorn for $44,950.
We'll pay the most for your trade online at cheapcheap.com.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
So many of you are waking up to the nice, pleasant sound of rain hitting the roof, maybe a little rumble of thunder. Just makes you want to cozy up, get that cup of coffee, and start the morning right. So looking at our live Viper 6 radar, you can see we've got this swath moving through the northern CSRA and also a separate swath on the southern CSRA. So kind of splitting two different cells right now. So we zoom in a little closer to this one. Here we are in Edgefield County. Got a pocket right here of some moderate rain just between Antioch and Edgefield, and also some heavier rain in McCormick County. Looks like between kind of the river and McCormick and Buffalo, so definitely probably hearing some rumble of thunder there, but it looks like we're not picking up on any lightning, so that's great. That other cell to the south, let's see, just updated, moving kind of the border of Johnson and Emmanuel County, moving into Swainsboro, so it's definitely raining for you. But here in Augusta, it was raining earlier, got a nice little break, and check out this shot on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over at Augusta Marriott. We have the sunrise coming up, nice beaming red-orange colors, and then we've got these storm clouds back behind it. So it's creating kind of this cool little optical illusion right there. Temperature-wise, we're at 68 degrees here in Augusta. Winds are nice and calm and no issues with visibility for us here. So let's take a look at the tropics. So yesterday we were all about Lee. It is still a post-tropical cyclone. It did make landfall yesterday at 4 p.m. in Nova Scotia, and it's continuing to move up into the Atlantic province of Canada. Did cause some issues to some of New England, lots of rain, wind, and some power outages, but now it is off into Canada, no issues for us. More going on in the tropics. We now have Tropical Storm Nigel. That was Tropical Depression 15 yesterday, so that has gained strength. Margot still at a tropical storm status, still losing strength, probably will become post-tropical over the next few hours by the end of the day. And also we have this wave here off of Cabo Verde that has a 30% chance of development over the next several days. So still a lot going on in the tropics, but back at home, we do need the rain that's coming. So Saluda County back to that first level of drought. We were looking good yesterday, but now it has returned. But the good news is there's rain coming today, especially to Saluda County, 80% chance all across the board. All of us in the CSRA should get a little something today, so that will help with those conditions. Good news, if you don't like the rain, we've got a rainy Sunday, but then we have a nice dry stretch moving into next week. So today we do have this rain and storms coming, and we do have the first level of severe weather threat, so marginal risk for about half of the CSRA. What does that mean for us? Well, our main threats, we're looking at heavy rain, flooding, and possibly some damaging winds. But the good news is, nothing too crazy, just lots of rain, I think is going to be the main threat. So let's look at the timing of this with our futurecast. So here we are with those showers falling this morning. It will continue to push through early this morning, but it looks like around lunchtime, that's when it really starts to come together as a giant swath, and we've got those pockets of heavy rain and those winds is what we're going to look for in the early afternoon hours. That will continue to push eastward in the later afternoon hours, and then we'll start to see it break apart and some clearing this afternoon and into the evening. And good news is then it's all over and we're back to sunshine for your Monday. So just got to get through this stormy Sunday and then looking good in the future. How much rain we're going to pick up? I think it's going to be between 1/4 of an inch to 3/4 of an inch in those heavier pockets, possibly even up to an inch or more. So for your pool planner, not the best day to head by the pool, as we've got plenty of rain falling from the sky. Don't need to spend any time in the rain, but the temperatures are looking very nice. 79 for you today, and then we stick to those below average temperatures throughout the week. So very nice as we wrap up this last week of summer, and we welcome officially this fall season next weekend. So we're going to wrap it up with the umbrella today and then get to enjoy sunshine tomorrow.
And still below temperatures.
Below average temps.
I like it. Thank you. Well, Swifties, how to turn your passion into a paycheck. What's trending is next.
Life's precious moments are meant to be celebrated. Whether it's a birthday, anniversary, graduation, or birth, make it extraordinary with a Celebrate with Local Living on 6 announcement. Send your heartfelt wishes to your loved ones and let them know how much they mean to you. It's easy. Visit WJBF.com/celebrate to register and purchase your personalized announcement. Celebrate the love, milestones, and joy with local living on 6. 83 Tower Drive in Augusta. Visit olympusgranite.com.
Hey y'all, welcome back. Time to take a look at what's trending. If you've ever wondered if you can get paid to devote your life to Taylor Swift, well, the moment has just arrived. This unique role demands an energetic writer, photographer, social media expert to stream her content across various platforms. The reporter's mission is to unravel the secrets behind her ever-expanding influence, decode her fan base, and dissect her impact on music and business. The job also covers their Eras tour, complete with international travel.
That sounds like it could be a fun position, but they didn't post the salary.
No, not at all. Yeah.
I guess we'll just stick with WJBF.
It sounds like she wants a investigator without paying them as much. A private investigator.
Yeah. Free ticket.
Yeah, free. Hey, works for me. Well, coming up on Good Morning Augusta, a stage play is coming to the Imperial Theater on November 4th. We'll speak with some of the cast members that's coming up, but first let's send to New York where Janae Norman is standing by with a look at what's coming up on Good Morning America. Good Sunday morning, Janae.
Good Sunday morning to you. Coming up here on GMA, major fallout. The latest on that historic auto worker walkout and the negotiations with the three major auto companies now on day 3 of that massive strike. What it could mean for the president's campaign and the nation's economy. And search and rescue efforts underway in Libya after the country. It was overtime showdown last night in Colorado. Colorado outlasting Colorado State, continuing their winning streak against the rival in-state team. Plus the hype, you know you've heard about it, surrounding Coach Primetime Deion Sanders at the start of the college football season. Primetime just keeps on ticking. That's all ahead right here on GMA.
Can you really? Boy and Associates. Weather headlines on News Channel 6, brought to you by Jamie Casino Injury Attorneys. The Live 5 for 6 mobile app. Download it today. Live from Television Park, this is Good Morning Augusta on WJBF News Channel 6.
It's coming up on 7:30. Thanks for staying with us. I'm Sean Cabbage Talk. Below average temperatures and a little bit of rain this morning. We join meteorologist Sherry Sheely again just to check to see when it's gonna go away.
Well, we've got a while, Sean. It's going to be quite a rainy and possibly stormy Sunday for us, but a nice little relaxing day maybe to recharge and get ready for the new week coming up. Looking at our Live Viper 6 radar, we do have this swath of rain moving through the CSRA right now. Lots of rain falling in McCormick, Edgefield counties, into Wilkes County, and also zooming to our south, Swainsboro. You're getting quite a bit of rain right now, so moderate to heavy rain falling there. Also moving into Johnson County as well, so hopefully you're waking up to that nice sound of rain on the roof. So speaking of Swainsboro, here we are on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam in Swainsboro. And if you didn't believe the radar, here we go. We've got the Skyview. Lots of rain. There we go. Another drop on the lens right there. It is currently raining there. So temperature-wise, though, feeling nice and cool. Lower 70s to upper 60s all across the board. 68 here in Augusta and Saluda alike. McCormick a little bit cooler at 66 degrees. Good news though, we just have the rain to contend with, a little thunder, but the lightning's low, and also the winds are nice and calm. No issues there. It looks like our highest wind is in Lincolnton at 6 miles per hour, so nothing to be concerned with there. You will need your rain gear as you head out this morning for your Sunday morning services from 8 a.m. till lunchtime. Definitely looking at some rain, possibly some thunder and lightning. Temperatures in the 60s to 70s early this morning. Today, though, we are going to top off well below average temps at those upper 70s. But again, showers and storms throughout most of the day for your Sunday. We'll go through the timing of this and when it clears up, all in your full forecast coming up. Back to you, Sean.
The stage play Sabotage is headed to the Imperial Theater on November 4th. And joining me today is Miss Monique, Kay Love, and Christina Shorter. Ladies, thank you for joining me today.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. It's good to see you again, Monique.
It's good to see you again, too. I mean, we're making this so often, I should probably be your co-host.
Well, you know, you be my co-host here, and I could be your co-host on the radio.
Let's make it happen, Captain.
Okay, that's what's up. Okay. So, for folks who didn't see our last interview, briefly tell us about...
Okay, so I've got... So I've got another stage play coming. It's called Sabotage, Saturday, November 4th, Imperial Theater. I'm excited about it. It basically focuses on Paula, who is single. She had a bad relationship, and now she doesn't trust men, so she self-sabotages relationships with men. And then she's got some toxic people in her family, and it's just a lot of chaos, a lot of drama. But it is inspiring and very, very funny, and I'm excited about this production.
And you said this is based on your life?
I did not. I mean, I think that everybody will be able to relate to one of these characters in the play. So you may sit there and be like, I know Miss Monique did not. Yes, I probably did. But it's okay.
Yeah, it's
we
okay.
live, we learn, and we move on.
There we go. So speaking of those characters, Christina, you play Loretta, right?
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about her.
So Loretta is a younger mother. Her daughters are in their maybe late 20s, early 30s. She's in maybe her late 40s, so she has them young.
Yeah.
She kind of grew up maybe in the hood. And
nothing
she
wrong with
has,
growing up in the hood.
Yeah, nothing wrong with the hood. But she's taken a lot of her upbringing and is transferring some of her thoughts, negative thoughts maybe, to her daughters, and maybe you see some of the personality of her daughters in her in different ways, and she's a little toxic,
A little toxic.
You know, she gets better towards the end.
Yeah. Okay. And what attracted you to that role?
Well, I thought it was really great to see the transition of how the daughters can positively impact their mother and negatively impact their mother, how the mother can positively impact their children. So you see a transfer of just kind of the same personality going back and forth. And I think it's cool to kind of see, wow, maybe they got this from Loretta, you know, and see how they grow together, because they pretty much are all growing together.
Yeah, basically, yeah, because she had those kids young.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, K-Love, this is your first play, maybe?
So not my first stage play, but this is my first Raising AJ production.
Oh, okay, Raising AJ Productions.
So
Okay.
Gabrielle,
right?
Yes, I
Tell
am
me about
Gabby.
her. Yeah.
So Gabby is the best friend of the main actress, Paula. And Gabby is... so let me tell you, Gabby is from New York.
Okay.
Let's don't So Gabby is from New York, but she lives out in Grovetown. She's bougie, okay? So she's out in Grovetown now, and she is phenomenal. She is Paula's best friend, and she loves to pray, and she loves her God. So you don't play with Gabby and her God, because we could bust out and pray right now.
Okay. Should we now?
We can pray. So Gabby is, she's married, and she's going through her own troubles within her marriage, and she's trying to just be Mrs. Fixer-Upper, putting Paula with everybody. So she might be a little toxic too on the best friend side. So it's a lot of toxicity going on. But again, she gets better too towards the end. She gets better. Now she's still gonna pray at any moment.
Okay. Yeah, we all need prayer, right?
Definitely, yes.
So I'll ask you the same thing. What attracted you to that particular role?
Well, I love the fact, first of all, I just recently got married as well.
Congratulations.
So Gabby is her character and her relationship. It's a really cool dynamic. Just getting to see that marriage dynamic in there and how they able to work through it as well.
Yeah. So do you think you see some of yourself in that since you're now married?
I do, in the sense that Gabby is she's all over her husband. Like, why you got on that? Why? What's that? Yeah. So she's all over the place when it comes down to her husband. She tries to get them together at any given moment.
So is that you saying you try to get your husband together or something?
Sometimes.
Please the fifth. Okay. So Monique, have you done the auditions yet? Because we were talking about that before.
We've had auditions, and I want to say thank you so much, and thank you to everybody in the CSRA that reached out and wanted to be a part of the production. We are still, we're fully cast, but we are still looking for like behind the scenes and sponsors. So, you know, if people want to be a part of the production, support the production, they can always email auditionscga@gmail.com.
Okay. And look at someone memorize the address this time, because you were, you know, you had
Why you gotta bring up old stuff?
Y'all know, right?
Whatever. Listen, I got a lot of stuff to do. A lot of stuff on my mind. No, but seriously, thank you so much. Listen, get tickets. Tickets start at only $25, and it's not a lot of $25 tickets. You can even get, wait a minute. Why did we just forget to tell who is about to be in the play?
Who's about to be in the play?
My special guest, one of the main characters. But Major is going to sing in the play, and he's one of the actors. So I'm excited about that. That was just solidified about 72 hours ago. So it's just amazing to be able to bring the locals and national talent on the big stage of, you know, at the Imperial Theater.
So you said this was solidified about 72 hours ago.
72, I signed that. Yeah.
So first here on GMA, you letting everyone know?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
First.
I like when we can say
Always
that.
get it first.
I like when we can say that.
That's why I need to come back next week, because I'm going to bring some more of these actors that you helped me get.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to do that for you, Sean.
Okay, I appreciate it. Now, remember the last time you gave away some tickets. Are you going to do that this time as well?
Of course, yes. And we got like VIP tickets too, and where they can actually meet and greet with the cast and also meet Major, who is amazing. You know how sometimes you meet superstars and they like, but no, he is really an amazing guy. So I can't wait to bring him back to Augusta.
All right, ladies, thank you. And we'll be right back.
The Live 5 for 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai.
Get involved today for a better us.
Parents are being urged to take away a popular toy from their children. More than 50,000 Chuckle and Roar Ultimate Water Beads activity kits are being recalled. A 10-month-old child died after swallowing the beads. The recall kits, made by Buffalo Games, sold exclusively at Target. Customers can contact the company for a refund. Sherry has another check of our forecast next.
Captain
Viper 6 Skyview Network is sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Low prices, big selection, and committed to quality customer service. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Good Sunday morning to you. If you're just now waking up, I hope you're waking up to the nice sound of rain tapping on the roof. You're nice and cozy on the couch or in the bed and enjoying this nice relaxing morning with just some rain falling through the CSRA. So right now it's kind of centered northern CSRA from McCormick into Edgefield County, but we do have another swath to our south that's starting to come together. So not quite a huge widespread event yet, but don't worry, there is plenty to go around throughout the day. So zooming in on McCormick County, so we've got a line here, pretty heavy rain falling here into McCormick County going into Greenwood County, just along Highway 378, so heavier rain falling there, but nothing picking up on the lightning detector, so mainly just heavy rain, and then also moving to the south, so east of Swainsboro into Johnson County and into Burke County, starting some light to moderate rain for you as well. So we can hear it on the roof of our station right now, and if you look on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam at Doctor's Hospital, if you look closely, you can see the rain falling here, kind of backlit by the sunrise there, so pretty cool to see there, and also this ominous sky, so a little gloomy this morning with just a little sunshine peeking through. Nice and cool this morning, 68 degrees, winds are nice and calm, and no issues with visibility as of right now. So let's take a look at the tropics. Yesterday we were talking about Lee. It's continued to be a post-tropical cyclone. It did make landfall in Nova Scotia yesterday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So lots of rain, wind, power outages to Canada and those Atlantic provinces, so definitely keeping them in mind. And also wreaked some havoc in New England as well, but it continues to track northeastward, so it will be off to sea here soon. Looking at some other areas in the tropics, we have Tropical Storm Margot. It's continuing to lose strength, so probably going to lose those tropical characteristics by the end of the day today, but we have a development here. This was Tropical Depression 15 yesterday. It has now gained strength and now is named Storm Nigel. It will continue favorable conditions for strengthening and will probably become a hurricane later on this week. And our third area of interest here, just off of Cabo Verde, we have a 30% chance of development over the next 7 days. So we'll continue to keep an eye on that for you. Back at home, our farmers forecast overall looking pretty good, but Saluda County does have a little bit of dry soil there with that first level of drought. But today we do have plenty of rain coming our way. It's going to be a widespread event, looking at 80% chance of rain. So hopefully that will help out Saluda County and everyone in between. So rainy day today, just a nice little relaxing day. But if you're not a fan of the rain, good news is starting off the work week will be nice and dry. So just have the umbrella handy today, and then we'll have sunshine for the next several days. So today we do have a severe weather threat for, let's call it the southeastern CSRA in that first level. So what does that mean for us? Well, our main threat is going to be damaging winds and heavy rain. And of course, when you have that heavy rain, we do have a chance of flooding as well. So that's definitely something to be aware of today as you go through your Sunday. So let's look at the timing with our future cast. So this morning we have that rain falling. And as we go into the lunchtime hours, so around 11, 12 o'clock, that's when it really comes together, and it's more of a widespread event, just really pushing eastward through the CSRA. I want to pay attention to these pockets of these pink and dark red colors, because that's where you're going to really see those heavy downpours and the bigger threat of flooding as well. So as that moves through in the afternoon hours, notice Barnwell, Allendale County, you've got those pink colors there as well, and you are included in that severe weather threat. So definitely be weather aware as you move into the afternoon hours. As we push into 3 o'clock, it kind of breaks apart as more isolated to the south. That continues to push eastward, and by this evening, we'll start to see some clearing, and slowly but surely, drier air does fill in. We'll see lots of clearing and clear skies overnight tonight. So what are we talking as far as rain totals? Well, across the board, the good news is it looks like everybody's going to get to join in on the fun. I'm thinking somewhere between a half an inch, 3/4 of an inch for everyone, and those pockets of those heavy downpours could see an inch or even more. So definitely going to be a soggy Sunday for us. So planning out your day, you're going to need that umbrella, rain jacket, rain boots, all of the above throughout the day, at least until the evening hours. Good news is though, check it out with all the cloud cover and rain. It's going to be nice and cool, only topping off into those upper 70s. And the good news is the cooler weather is here to stay. So throughout next week, well below average temperatures in those lower 80s. So the last week of summer is definitely feeling like fall, getting us ready for those cooler temperatures, and I am all here for it. So bring it on. So our 10-day forecast, we've got this soggy Sunday. Be weather aware, as it could have some severe weather later on this afternoon, but then we're back to sunshine on Monday, and we're sticking with highs in the 80s and lows in the 50s to 60s. Enjoy your Sunday, and we'll be right back.
Weather headlines on News Channel 6, brought to you by Jamie Casino Injury Attorneys. The News Channel.
The 70th WJBF, from our family to yours.
The Georgia Bulldogs pulled off a come-from-behind win over the South Carolina Gamecocks 24-14. Our sports director, Brendan Robertson, has a recap from Athens.
A tale of two very different halves on a soggy Saturday here in Athens. Many of the more than 92,000 packed inside of Sanford Stadium shocked as the South Carolina Gamecocks took a 14-3 lead into the half. But Georgia woke up and in the second half had 21 unanswered points on 3 rushing touchdowns, and the Georgia defense didn't allow a single point after that.
I was pretty excited at half because I said we're going to find out what kind of team we got. And I said, this is it right here. This is our moment. We've had moments in other games. And we're going to try to win one moment at a time in the second half. Nobody's going to go out there and score 14-point touchdowns. We'll win one moment at a time, play by play. When we lose a moment, we got to win the next moment. And they kind of bought into that. And the drive allowed us to get some momentum, and that was the difference in the game, the momentum of the second half.
I think that's one thing that our team does well is we're composed and we were resilient. Even though we had a slow start in the first half, we knew that we were going to come out and perform and end up winning the game.
With the win, the Bulldogs extend a trio of lengthy streaks. Georgia's now won 20 straight games overall, a school record 30 regular season games in a row, and this was their 21st straight win on Dooley Field.
The momentum in the second half was created, number one, by the offense having a really good possession in the second half, but the fans, I think the fans and the feeling of that momentum is powerful. And the momentum of our fans in the second half, sticking with us, sticking by us, and staying with us, when we come out of the bullpen, and that momentum turned things around for us. It gave us a lot of momentum.
For South Carolina, a tale of what if, thinking they may have let the opportunity to upset the #1 team in the country slip through their hands.
Proud as heck of our players. They fought their butts off. The way the first half went wasn't a shock to anyone, guys. I know the stories like, oh my God, how is South Carolina in this thing? Like, we expected this. And anybody that's surprised by that hasn't watched us play the last couple of years. Really proud of our team. We did what we were supposed to do there in the first half. And then, second half, you give Georgia credit, but we had 4 keys to this game, and one of them was make them earn it. And we didn't do a good enough job of making them earn it. And I just got a list of just self-inflicted things in the second half.
The Gamecocks will hit the road for a 7:30 showdown next Saturday at Mississippi State. Meanwhile, Georgia will wrap up their 4-game homestand to start the season with UAB under the lights at 7:30. In Athens, Brendan Robertson, WJBF News Channel 6.
Brendan, thank you. I'm still saying go Gamecocks. And we'll be right back.
Miracle Infinity of a
It's grand opening celebration for Interiors Market, the newest concept store by Weinberger's Furniture. Right now, save $250 off any purchase over $9.99. Save on everything in store and save on anything you customize to order. This coupon is on top of our already discounted furniture, mattresses, and accessories. Don't miss the celebration and deals. Come
Come see what snow.
Interiors Market, right across the street from Weinberger's Furniture.
And Sherry has a final check of the forecast.
Yes, so it's going to be a soggy Sunday, so I hope you have a nice, relaxing day planned that you can stay inside and just enjoy the sound of the rain, the cooler temps to get us ready for the kickoff of fall next weekend.
Yes.
And the sunshine returns tomorrow. So just one rainy day. We can deal with it.
Yeah, we can deal with it. No problem here.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for you. Thank you so much for watching. The news continues online at WJBF.com. Have a great week. We're back next weekend. And as always, I love you, Mama.